Hello dear children. Children, in the chapter AC circuits, today we will study what is mean value of alternating current and alternating voltage. Besides mean value, we will study RMS value of alternating current and alternating voltage. We will understand the meaning of RMS value as effective value as well as virtual value. So let's get on with the mean value of alternating current and voltage. You know, how do we find out mean value? And what we know is the formula of mean value of discrete data. Like suppose you have 5 different subjects and marks of 5 different subjects are added and divided by 5. What do we get? We get the mean value of your marks. That is, your marks in different subject is discrete data. So when you find out the sum of discrete data and divide that sum by number, you get the mean value of that discrete data. But here the data is not discrete. Here the data is continuous. Well, we are going to find out the average value or mean value of a continuous function. And I have written here a master formula. This is master formula of finding out the average value or mean value of a continuous function. Let us suppose that the function is f and the variable in the function is what? Time. It may not be time always, but in this chapter the variable is going to be time. If f is a function of time t as variable, then its average value is going to be what? F dt. We multiply function with a very small value of variable and we integrate it for certain range of the value of the variable, say from 0 to t, and we divide that time, we divide with time the whole of this numerator. So what this numerator represents? This numerator represents sum of data which are huge or infinite in number, and this represents the number of times that sum is done. So overall the average value remains the same, but for in continuous function the data is infinite in number. So this is master formula of finding out the average value of function f, where the variable is dt. So average value of function f where variable is dt is what? F dt integration from 0 to t divided by t. This is sum of data and this is number of times the data occurs in that sum. Well, let us apply this for alternating current and voltage. We have already studied that alternating voltage varies sinusoidally with time. At each and every instant we have a distinct value of voltage as well as current. And in between any two instances there are infinite instances, that means infinite values of current. So what do? The data is not discrete. Had the data been 10, 20 or 30 number, we would have found out the mean value by simply adding and divided by number. But here the data is what? Given by this mathematical function. V is equal to V naught sin omega t and I is equal to I naught sin of omega t. For every value of variable t, there is a distinct value of V. And how many V's are there? Infinite in number. So we are going to find out the average value of V and I. What is average value of V? Average value of V, average value of V is going to be, that is V bar. This average value of V is going to be, this function f is replaced by V. The variable of course is time. So we multiply it with dt and we integrate it for time 0 to t by 2. Why do we integrate it for the time 0 to t by 2? This is t by 2 and this is time t. So we integrate v dt from 0 to t by 2. This is simply because as many positive values occur in this positive half, as many values of the voltage occur in this positive half, or as many positive values of voltage occur in this positive half, same number of values occur in the next half, and all of them are what? Negative. The sum total of all positive value in half the cycle would be added with the negative values in the next half, and this sum total will come out to be 0. That means the average value for voltage for one complete cycle will come out to be 0. That is why we integrate it for half the cycle. So V dt is sum of all the voltages from 0 to t by 2, and this sum is divided by the number of times this voltage is added, that is t by 2. So this is mean value of voltage. And what is this mean value of voltage? Yeah, this mean value of voltage is going to be found out as, see, if we substitute the value of V, what do we get? This is V naught, and then we get sine of omega t and dt. And what is this t by 2? This t by 2 is written as t by 2, 2 moves up. And we integrate it from 0 to t by 2. So these are constants, V naught and t by 2, they come out of the sign of integration. And integration of sine of omega t dt from 0 to t by 2. You may not do this derivation. Sine of omega is 2 pi by capital T into t dt from 0 to t by 2. This integration comes out to be what? This integration comes out to be t by pi. There are going to be no marks for working out this derivation. For working out this integration, there are going to be no marks. So you can write down these values straight away. For your satisfaction, you can work out. If we substitute this value here, t by pi, then what do we get? V average. We get V average or V mean as what? 2V naught upon T, and what is this? T upon pi. You can see that T cancels out. What do we get? 2 by pi into V naught. And if we solve this 2 by pi, what do we get? 0.63 times V naught. That means the mean value or average value of the alternating voltage is 2 by pi V naught, or 0.63 times V naught, or 63% of V naught. What is V naught? V naught is the peak value of voltage. This is mean value of voltage, and mean value is found out for half the cycle. So 63% of the peak value is mean value of voltage. You can work out here. This is 63% of the peak value. This level of the voltage is what is called as mean value of voltage, 0.63 times V naught. This is the value of mean voltage. Exactly in the same way, we can find out the mean value of current, and this mean value or average value of current is also going to be 2 upon pi I naught. This V naught is going to be replaced by I naught. This is going to be 0.63 times I naught, or you can say 63% of the peak value of current. This is mean value of current. The only difference is, instead of V, we write down I. So if we write here I naught, we get here. For V naught, we get I naught. Rest all remains same. So no need working it again. If you are able to work out one mean value, the other you can find out very easily. Children, let's know what is RMS value. RMS value, as obvious from the name itself, is root mean square value. RMS value is one of the central values. Central value of given data is the single value which represents the whole data. Even this arithmetic mean, average value which we have found out, this RMS value, harmonic mean, geometric mean, all these are central values, and all these central values represents the whole data. The central value of data is that single value which represents the whole data. And what kind of value is suitable for a given data, that depends upon the nature of data. Like here, the data is huge. For each and every instant, we have a distinct value of voltage. We have huge values of currents in any duration of time, huge values of voltage, large number of values of voltages in any duration of volt time. Therefore, the nature of central value which is most suitable is RMS value. This RMS value is also called as effective value. This RMS value is also called as effective value, and it is also called as virtual value. What do we call this RMS value as effective value or virtual value? We'll come to know very shortly. So, RMS value or effective value or virtual value of an alternating voltage is that value of constant voltage which when connected across a given resistance for given time produces same heat as alternating voltage does across the same resistance in the same time. I repeat, RMS value of alternating voltage, this is alternating voltage, time varying alternating voltage. RMS value of this time varying alternating voltage is that value of steady voltage, DC voltage, constant voltage which produces same heat as this time varying voltage does across a given resistance in given time. If we connect this time varying voltage, if we connect this type of time varying voltage across any resistance for any time, it is going to produce certain heat. Now if we replace this alternating voltage by a constant voltage, so whichever constant voltage is going to produce the same heat across the given resistance in same time as AC has already done. So that constant value of voltage, that steady value of voltage is going to be called as RMS value of voltage, effective value of voltage, and of course virtual value of voltage. And that is what is written here. RMS value of alternating voltage is that value of constant voltage which when connected across a given resistance for a given time produces same heat as alternating voltage does across the same resistance in the same time. Using this definition we can find out the RMS value, effective value of virtual. It is because of this reason we call it as what? Effective value. This is effective value, this is equivalent value in terms of heat produced. This is effective value, constant value which produces the equivalent heat across a given resistance in given time as alternating current or voltage does. Children, we are going to work out value for RMS value by the definition, by the word RMS. RMS is root of mean of squares of voltage. RMS value of voltage is what? Root of R stands for root, and then M stands for mean, and then S stands for squares. So RMS value of voltage is square root of means of squares of voltage. So what is this RMS value of V? RMS value of voltage V, capital V, is square root of means of squares of voltages. So V square, the mean of V square, square root is what is RMS. What is V? V is V naught sine of omega t. That means we are going to find out the average value of mean value of V square. And what is mean value of V square? We have already studied the master formula. Average value of function f is what? F dt integration from 0 to t divided by t. So we are going to replace f by what? V square. V square is a function whose mean value we are going to find out. So what is this? Square root of mean of square of voltage. So what do we do? We find out mean of V square. So V square is the function whose mean value we are finding out. So for f we write V square, we multiply it with dt, we integrate it for time t, 0 to t, and we divide it by t. So this whole quantity within the square root is mean of square of voltage. And if we substitute the value V square, what is V square? V square is going to be V naught square sine square omega t. V is V naught sine omega t. Therefore, square of V is going to be V naught square sine square omega t dt. Well, integration of sine square omega t dt, you can work out, is going to be t by 2. Sine square omega t dt integration from 0 to t is t by 2. There are going to be no marks for working out this integration. So you can write down straight away. For your satisfaction, you can work out. If we write down this sin square omega t dt 0 to t integration as t by 2, you can see that t cancels out. What are we left with? V square upon 2, and that comes out to be V naught by root 2. So RMS value of voltage is what? RMS value of voltage is, written here. RMS value of voltage is V naught upon root 2. 1 upon root 2 is 0.707. So it is 0.707 times V naught. It can also be written as, if you multiply it with 100, you get 70.7% of V naught. So these are various forms in which the RMS value of an alternating voltage can be written. Exactly in the same way, we can find out RMS value of current. What is RMS value of current? RMS value of effective value or virtual value of alternating current. Alternating current is that value of constant current. That value of constant current, which produces constant current I, which when connected across a given distance for a given time produces the same heat as alternating current does across the same distance in the same time. So what is IRMS? This IRMS is going to be mean of square of current, that is I square bar square root. Instead of V square, we write down I square, and when we write down the value of I as I naught sin omega t, we get the same function. So instead of V square, we get I naught square, rest all remains same. Instead of V naught square, we get I naught square, rest remains same. And what do we get? Finally, IL, this is RMS value of current. This is I naught upon root 2. 1 upon root 2 is 0.707 times I naught, or it is 70.7% of I naught. That is the peak value. So RMS value of voltage or RMS value of current is 70% of their peak values. We have seen the mean value is what? 63%. We have seen that the mean value is what? 63%, and this is your RMS value. This RMS value is what? 0.707 times the peak value. So RMS value has a significance. It has a significance. Mean value is simply arithmetic mean that has no physical significance. But this has physical significance, RMS value. It is equivalent value of constant current of voltage which produces same heat. In our homes, the voltage 220 volt is RMS value of voltage. We get what? Time varying voltage like this, and the voltage fluctuates between 311 volt plus minus 311 volt. Peak to peak value of voltage which we get at our places is plus minus 311 volt. So 311 volt is the peak value of voltage. What is RMS value of voltage? 311 upon root 2, and that comes out to be 220 volt. So 220 volt voltage, which we know as the voltage, alternating voltage we use, is nothing but RMS value of voltage. Any single value of voltage written over any source, any alternating source, is always its RMS value of the voltage. So children, with this we come to the end of today's class. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.